Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is months in the making. I first got the idea for this, I think, the spring of 2020, and I'm finally getting a chance to bring this one to you. It is my red strap review. A little bit of history around why I'm doing this is I got this fantastic Alpina Startimer, the 40mm version. I want to say December or November, I think December of 2019. I got it for Christmas. I gave it to myself for Christmas. Love this watch, but I didn't love the strap that it came on. It was kind of a black plain strap, nothing too exciting. So I tried a bunch of straps on it. I tried on some leather, tried on some pilot straps. There was one strap in particular that really resonated with me, and let's put that one on right now. So this is the strap that I bought, I don't know, it was 20 bucks or something like that. It's an Archer silicone strap. Absolutely loved it. It just looks so good on my wrist, and I will throw up a wrist shot. And it really resonated with me. And then so I thought, what other red straps are out there? I wasn't really a huge rubber strap fan at this point, but this one kind of sparked an interest. So I went around to different brands and I said, hey, do you want to send me some straps? Full disclosure, some of them are given to me for free. Some of them were purchased. This one is one that's purchased. I'll point out which ones are purchased and which ones are given to the channel. And just to make sure everything's on the up and up. That will not change how I feel about these straps. I just thought, let's try a bunch of different red straps on this one Alpina Startimer, see how they look, and maybe it'll give you an idea or a little bit of inspiration for your watches. Okay, our first offering today is from Strapsco. These were given to the channel, so please bear that in mind. Why don't we throw these on? I'm going to start on the left, and here we have a really nice looking strap. It's got more of an aggressive, like almost a waffle, but super aggressive waffle pattern to it. It's got a nice brushed buckle, pretty substantial buckle, no branding on it or anything like that. Quick release. It's got some vents here for when you get sweaty. And on this one, you can see it says Strapsco. Let's throw this on. Okay, and here it is on the Startimer. For your reference, all of these straps are 20mm. Now this one is a thicker strap, as you can see, a little bit more aggressive. I don't know if it is suited to the Startimer, but I would say this is a quality strap. I think this would look really nice on a diver. What do you think? Let's throw it on the wrist and see how it looks. And here it is on the wrist. Yeah, I don't think I would wear this one on this, but I think I would throw it on my SKX. It's comfortable. It's a little less flexible up here because it's so thick, but obviously that would break in. See, it feels tight, but there's actually quite a bit of gap. Just because it sort of squeezes here. But yeah, very comfortable. I think this is really well made. I love that it's quick release. I think this is a good buy, just not for this watch. Okay, next up we have, it's almost a racing strap. Kind of an interesting one. It's got a white bottom, huge vent straight down the middle. It's actually stitched all the way through. Stitching looks uniform. Looks good to me. The venting, you can see the white rubber underneath. It's a pretty neat strap. I don't know if this is going to fit my watch, but the style that is, but we'll see. Let's check this out. The buckle is polished, still has the plastic on it. Again, no signing, no branding on the buckle. Just lost the pin here. This one is not quick release, as you can see. And this one is actually, yeah, check that out. Tapered and ready to go for your 20mm watch. This one also has an interesting detail down here. See that? Check that out. It's kind of cool. Some pretty rugged, thick looking keepers. Now let's check this out and see how it looks on the Startimer. Okay, now here it is on the Startimer. When you have a fitted strap and it's not made explicitly for that watch, you sort of take a gamble sometimes. You don't know exactly how it's going to fit. And this one here is a little loose, a little wiggly. And that's not the fault of the strap, because this wasn't made for this watch, but definitely has some flex, pulls away. I think you can see that there. But it's a fun strap. I think the issue here is that this is supposed to sit on the case to provide it some stability. And because this is a thinner watch, it's not a big beefy sports watch, it doesn't do that. It doesn't hold it in place. I do love, however, that they give you spring bars with it. That's always a great thing. And here it is on my wrist. It has lots of length for my 8-inch wrist. Keepers hold it all together well. It has a nice taper on that, which really looks good. Actually, once you get it on wrist, it sort of holds everything in place. So the wiggliness goes away once it's actually secured to your wrist, which is good because it gives you a little bit of assurance that if you buy a strap like this and it's not necessarily custom to your watch, that it's going to sit still, it's going to sit where you want it to sit. Yeah, actually, it's not so bad. Again, not for the style of this watch, I don't think. This is an aviation watch. It's a pretty finely finished watch, and maybe this sporty strap just doesn't quite do it. Maybe I need to do another video and find some watches that will work with these straps. Before I put this one away, I do want to point out that it was actually very easy to get this fitted strap on the Startimer. That's because there's some generous openings on either side. Just something to note, because fitted straps aren't always the easiest to get on. Okay, and the final Strapsco strap, and I wasn't expecting this one, is actually got itself a little deployant clasp. Still all plasticed up. I'll make sure to take that off. But before I do, let's check it out. This one also has some stitching, which goes all the way through. You can see it says Strapsco 20 millimeters. And this one is quick release, which is great. Now, how do you size it? This one you'll have to cut to size, which I probably won't do today, so we can keep this rig rolling. But you have to cut it to size, and then you would use these pins here and here to move it where it needs to go. Okay, here it is on my wrist. I didn't size it, so there is a little bit of slack here, quite a bit actually. Probably go down 2, maybe 3 holes on this one. You just have to be careful because once you cut it, you've cut it. This one fits the style, I think, a little bit better than the other two. Out of the 3 of these, this is the one that I would wear, I think, on this watch. It's got some nice detail here. It looks like a padded leather strap style. Of course, it's rubber. The clasp, I'll say this, it's very, very comfortable, but the clasp is a bit rattly and cheap feeling. It is a pressed clasp, as you saw. Now, the price point on this is really, really cheap. So you're just not expecting that. But you could upgrade this clasp for not a whole lot of money, quite frankly. Probably about the same amount as the entire strap cost, but still, I think this is pretty decent. It feels nice. It's soft. I didn't expect to love this one a whole lot, but actually, I really, really like it. It's very, very flexible as well. Very comfortable, a little more understated than the other two. So out of these 3, I think I would go with this one and maybe upgrade it if I had to have the choice. Although I will say, I really like this one, and I'm going to try to find another watch that it will fit on. I want to thank Strapsco. Hey, what up, Strapsco? You guys are awesome. Thanks for sending these in. Not the first straps they have sent in. And they, I got to tell you, are one of the kings for affordable and decent watch straps out there. So check them out. Next up, we have Shoptictoc. And Shoptictoc is a brand that I found on Amazon. Very, very cheap. Very, very affordable. and they are also a fitted strap. I bought a few of these. I can't say I loved it. I can't say I love the ones that I've purchased, but this was in the bunch that I purchased. Again, this has been a long time in the making, this video, so I've been sitting on these for a while. But hey, maybe this will look good on the Startimer. Let's check it out. Okay, so here it is on the Startimer. I have to say, I like it more than I thought I would. Again, it's a fitted strap, and there's a little bit of flex here, which I guess is okay. It's very, very soft. Very, very supple. Don't love the shape of the buckle, but it's alright. It's polished buckle. The keepers seem decent. Lots of ribbing. Not bad. Let's check it out on the wrist. And here it is on my 8-inch wrist. Okay, you know what? Call me surprised. It looks better than I thought it would. I guess the one thing that throws me off is the red. It's a very, very bright, sporty red. The hands are black, but you'll see the seconds hand has that red counterbalance, and up at the 12, that inverted Alpina triangle, also in almost a maroon red, doesn't quite fit. But yeah, you know what? For the price you pay, you could do a lot worse than this strap. How's that for a glowing endorsement? Oh, and I paid for this one with my own money. It was so cheap, I didn't even bother asking them for a free one. I also, again, before we go any further, wanted to mention how easy it was to put this one on because of the nice big gaps. And this one really seats itself well to the case. Hey, if you're enjoying this content, why don't you consider liking and subscribing? It really does go a long way to propping up my fragile ego. Next up is Ritche watch bands, and Ritche donated these to the channel. So thank you so much, Ritche watch bands. I really like your stuff. So really happy to review it and check it out. They didn't have any red straps, so they sent the next best thing. Black and red straps. So why don't we check these out? I know it's not technically the red strap in the red strap review, but these are really nice straps, so I want to check them out. What I do like about Ritche, and they're not the only ones to do this, but they send 2 different lengths. And that has to cost them, right, to do this. But it's so great because some people with small wrists just can't handle a long length. People like me love to have the extra length. Also, maybe you are actually diving with your watch and you actually are using it for its intended purpose if it's a 200-meter diver. And so you need to put it over a wetsuit. And so there you go. You can swap it off. You have a smaller wrist. You wear this over to get your stuff on. And when you get it on, swap it out, put it over that wetsuit. You got all the length that you could possibly need. Let's check these out in a little bit more detail. Let's start with this one. So this one here is kind of neat in that the holes, you can see the red through. This one has a black buckle, but I think you can get it different styles. It is quick release. You can see Ritche there on the underside. Now, actually, I have worn this strap, but you can barely tell there's a little bend in it. These straps curve towards your watch, which make it way more comfortable, which is really nice. There's some venting. You'll see a little bit of water because I actually had to wash a bunch of these straps because they were dusty and dirty from use. So I may not have reviewed them, but some of these I've tried. At least these Ritche watch bands I have. So yeah, it's got a neat pattern on it. Check that out. Just a little bit of visual interest. So here it is on my wrist. You can see it has the red accents, which is kind of nice. Lots of length from my 8-inch wrist or for a wetsuit. It just pokes out past here. And I am on the fifth to last hole. So that's pretty awesome. You could fit a 9.5-inch wrist, I think, with this. So not technically a red strap, but you can see the red accents, and it's kind of fun. You look like you're wearing a black strap, but then you turn your arm just the right way, and you get a little peak of red. I really like the pattern on it. It's hard to kind of see with the black. There you go, in focus there. Really like the pattern. I don't like that it picks up lint. It really picks up a lot of lint really, really easily. Of course, that is the nature of rubber, isn't it? Okay, this next strap isn't too far off of the other one. And again, you get 2 different lengths, which is pretty great. This one just has a bit of a different pattern on the strap itself. This one's a little more subdued, which I think might fit the nature of this Alpina a little bit better. Overall, it's fairly similar. You see Ritche there, quick release, black buckle once again, 2 different lengths. Now you might notice this hole here. What is this hole for? Well, pretty cool actually. Inside here, you see that? Little nubbin. And that nubbin will slot into that hole to lock it into place. Let's throw it on the wrist and check it out. And here it is on my wrist. I have to tell you, it's kind of satisfying when you push that up and you feel it pop into that groove. It's pretty nice, actually. I dig it. The pattern on here is very, very subtle. I really like this strap. This is a nice one. I think I prefer it over the other one. It doesn't pick up quite as much lint because the pattern isn't as aggressive, which is always a plus. There you go. Big thanks to Ritche Watch Bands for donating in these 2 straps. And our last strap today comes from the good people at Barton Watch Bands. I've bought a lot of Barton watch bands with my own money over the years. I think I bought this one with my own money. 99% sure that I did. It's actually been well loved. Again, it comes in 2 sizes, just like Ritche. It's not too different. Now, this one's still got some lint on it, even though I did wash this underwater. You can get that off if you really want to, but these rubber straps do pick up quite a bit. This one here also has that same nubbin. See it there? Same one, just like the other strap. And again, it also curves down. I don't know if they come out of the same factory, but I find it that these straps are very, very similar. So when you want to put them side by side, so here's the Ritche and here's the Barton Ritche on top. So you can see there are some differences, but not a whole lot. It appears that the Barton on the bottom might be just a hair longer. I think the spacing, let's see. And I'll line up the holes here. No, they're exactly the same. The colors are very, very similar. This one is just a little darker. This one is the Barton. Now Barton just a little bit darker than the other one. Now the patterns are very different. This is where you see the difference. Again, forgive all the lint. With the naked eye, without the studio lights, you don't really notice it like that. But there you go. And here it is on my wrist. This one has a brushed stainless buckle. Very fine texture to it. There's a reason why I have so many of these. These are the Barton Silicone Elites, and that's because they are just darn comfortable. Very, very comfortable. They look good, and again, I love the little hint of red that peeks out when you move your hand just the right way, especially right here and here. Very, very nice. And now, having seen all those other straps, I put it back on the original red strap that got me started. This is the Archer watch strap. You can see there's actually a little bit of my DNA there in the Archer. That's gross. But I really like this strap. It's the most simple. It's got no grooves for sweat dissipation. It's got no locking mechanisms. It's got no detail. But man, is it comfortable. And I think I just really like that shade of red. It fits the counterbalance. It fits that triangle at 12 just so well. So this, I think, out of them all is my favorite. Which is yours? Okay, so you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to give away some of these straps. A couple of these I've already worn. I'm not going to give those away, but most of them I haven't. I haven't worn any of these or this one here. So I'll tell you what, comment down below which one is your favorite, what watch maybe you would put it on, and I will pick 3 or 4 winners. I'll let you know in a week or so who they are, and then I'll let you just pick which one you want. The first person will get the first pick, second gets second pick, and so on. Sound like a plan? All right, sounds good to me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a little bit of fun, and I hope that perhaps you got a little bit of info to make your watch collecting habit a little bit more enjoyable. Thanks a lot. Like and subscribe. Have a great day.